Hey, what's the word, players? I'll talk about this later. So I'm gonna be making a Street Fighter 6 tier list. Now, I've never made a tier list before, and this isn't gonna be based on character strength because, believe me, the last thing that you want is to hear a silver rank player talk about character strengths. I think something more along the lines of this channel is if you've seen the previous videos where I talked about what if X character was a Christian, I figured we'd do an addition to that, but with Street Fighter 6. So we're not just going to do one character, but we're going to do the whole cast. So let's see how this goes. Alright, so we have our tier list set. So I'm just going to go down in the order that the character select has them in. So the first one that we're going to start off with is with Luke.
Alright, let's get it.
So if Luke was a Christian, this is the easy one. He would definitely be a youth pastor, a campus ministry pastor, something along those lines. Dude just seems so chill, so cool. Hopes that he's a zoomer so he can get along with all the zoomers. Luke would be an easy pick for like a ministry role. Alright, Jamie. Jamie, I already know. And by the way, these aren't ordered in any sort of way. So if you are in a serving role in the church, don't think that I'm ranking these by importance or least importance, alright? Just, hey, I see you. Anyway, Jamie, easy. Worship team. He's a dancer. He could definitely teach the congregation some sick moves because, hey, dancing for the Lord is a part of worship. All right, who's next? We got Manon. I think that she would be a good fit for the women's ministry. It's been a while since I went through her arcade story, and I still have to come across her in real tour mode, but she's all about strength and stuff like that. I think she would be a great role model as to how to be a strong woman but still be a servant for God, because it's not like you just have one or the other. You can still serve but still be strong in the Lord. So I think Manon would be a great candidate for that. All right, who's next? We have Kimberly. I know Kimberly's thing is that she's a student. She's a student of Guile, and she's, I believe, a college student. I think Kimberly would be an interesting case. I don't know where you would exactly put this in a tier unless I make a whole new tier, but I feel like she would be a college campus student who is studying to go into the ministry. Maybe get a master's in divinity or something like that. I would say just for the fact that she likes to study and stuff, no, I'll put her alongside youth pastor. She can serve alongside Luke. She can be in a college environment, even if she were to graduate and get her master's. I think that'd be a good fit. Marisa. So I only know Marisa through memes. I haven't gone through her arcade, and I've only briefly talked to her in World Tour, so I might change this, but she could be the bodyguard slash usher depending on what kind of church you have. If you're a church that needs a bodyguard, she is definitely not someone that you want to mess with. If I think of anything else I can put her in, I will, but I think for now that's a good spot to put her. Lily.
The time for battle is here.
Before I get into Lily, just humor me for just one moment, because I know that we're talking about Street Fighter, which is a universe that has literal gods and the whole concept of spirits and stuff like that. Just humor me for just a moment here. So with Lily, I think, wait, if she's always about traveling, I have the perfect role for her. Lily can be a missionary. That seems like that's the perfect role that she could be in. She gets to meet all sorts of people. She gets to spread the word of Jesus. JP, oh my gosh.
Shall we begin then?
Okay, I already had to put that disclaimer for Lily, but for JP, oh boy. No one's too far gone to be a follower of Jesus. God can take the most unlikely people and make them the strongest followers. As to where I would put him, I'm not sure. How do you create more tiers? I might have to come back to JP. Now we got Juri.
I'm game if you are.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now these are just getting more and more difficult. So same thing applies with Juri just as much as JP. No one's too far gone to be a follower of Jesus. I know with Juri, she's gone through a lot. With Bison gone, she no longer having the main motivation for her revenge. She's just kind of, I don't know, she's just kind of doing her own thing, kind of drifting. She's probably in a perfect position for Jesus to give her purpose, but as to what role she would be in, okay, I can tell you what role she should not be in, which is anything involving the kids ministry. Hey, she could probably turn over a new leaf, but yeah, I wouldn't trust her anywhere near the kids. So that's something that I know she wouldn't be in, but I might have to come back and figure out what role she would serve. Dee Jay? Dee Jay, that's easy. Worship team. Dee Jay's all about the music, all about the vibes. No brainer, he could totally lead a worship team. There's really nothing more I can add to that. Cammy.
Another mission awaits.
That's actually a good question. Where would you put Cammy? Maybe she could be an usher / bodyguard. Maybe I just have a category of just member of the congregation. And I think for now, that's where I'll put JP and Juri until I figure out where exactly to put them. I think I'm okay with having Cammy be usher / bodyguard for now. Who's next after Cammy? We have Ryu.
All right, I'm ready.
I think Ryu would make a great speaker. It's either a pastor or a guest speaker. For a man that's been traveling all over the world, has been wrestling and struggling with literal inner demons, and in Street Fighter 6 has come on the other side, Ryu is pretty inspirational. I think that he would have so many insightful things to say, especially in the context of spirituality with Jesus. I don't know how he feels about public speaking, so maybe a guest speaker role would be better for him. I think that he'd be an interesting guy to listen to. After Ryu, we have Honda.
I'm ready for you.
So I feel like he could fit in a few different roles. I don't know, if he's still trying to spread the message of sumo, traveling or whatever would fit under missionary. He would be an intimidating bodyguard, not gonna lie. I mean, of course he's a sweetheart, so I could see him being an usher. I'm starting to think maybe I should make a distinction between usher and bodyguard. I don't know, maybe an usher or bodyguard, but I feel like he also has some pretty interesting things to say. So maybe not so much as a pastor, but as a guest speaker. As someone that is super passionate about sumo, he could probably draw a lot of parallels between like being disciplined. I'll say for now, bodyguard / usher. I just now realized I spelled usher user. Goodness gracious. All right, we got Blanka.
I'll show you strong.
I'm not entirely too sure. Actually, here's what I put for Blanka. You know, it's funny that I would trust Blanka to be around kids far more than I would trust Juri. As annoying as he gets to fight, he's actually a pretty lovable guy. I know Jimmy has these Blanka dolls that he's been showcasing everywhere. I could see him just bringing a bunch of those every time he comes into the kids ministry. And overall, he's just a goofy guy. I think he's feeling pretty well with the kids. All right, we got Guile next.
Think you can break my defense?
There's just something about Guile that makes me think that he would be an interesting pastor. He's an American hero and he's a family man. Something about him that I think that he has really great leadership quality. Either a pastor or a guest speaker. Good old Ken Masters.
Smart choice.
Man, okay. So I know in Street Fighter 6, Ken's been going through it. I mean, I feel like if we were talking about any other iteration of Ken, this would be easier. But with how 6 has been going, can I just create a category? How about we do that? We'll just put him as prey for them, man. Yo, they're going through some stuff. Chun Li.
I'll show you the power of my kung fu.
Easy. Women's ministry. She's done a lot, not only story-wise, but for gaming as a whole. So I think that she would have a really great role. So alongside with Manon, showing women how they can be strong, but also be strong in the Lord. And serving doesn't have to be seen as weak. All right, next we have Zangief.
Behold this body of work.
Is anyone else bothered by how the announcer in Street Fighter 6 says Zangief? This is weird, but Zangief. I mean, I could say bodyguard / usher. No, I'll put him here for now. And if I change my mind later, I'll change it. So last but not least, we have Dhalsim.
Allow you to guide you.
He's in his own category. He's an older. He's been around for a while. Again, humor me with the whole spirituality and stuff like that in the Street Fighter universe. But I think that with how long that he's been around, there's probably so much knowledge and insight that he has that it is unrivaled for anyone. So if we were to channel that, but with him as a follower of Jesus, buddy. All right, so this is the list I have so far. Are there any adjustments that I want to make? All right, I'm still trying to decide if I should separate bodyguard and usher. You know what, I'll make them separate. So for sure, I'll have Cammy be an usher. All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna read up a little bit on Marisa just so I can get an idea of if I feel like she should remain in bodyguard or if she should move somewhere else. yeah, I think this is gonna be my list of Street Fighter 6 characters if they were Christians. Like I said, this isn't ordered anything. This is just me putting this stuff together. Let me know down below what you think. Was I pretty spot on? Was I way off? What would you do differently? If you're looking for a non-denominational church, link to the church locator down below. And if you're interested in studying the Bible or you'd like to hang out, play some Street Fighter 6 for example, link to my Discord is also down below. As you probably have noticed, I am in the process of moving, so that's fun. By the time this video comes up, I will probably have moved into the new place, but if somehow I manage to get this up before I move, that's also awesome. But once the move is over, I should be back to, well, once the move is over, there's still going to be that whole process of unpacking everything, but I'm still going to try to get videos up, so it's not going to be too long of a break. That's it. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and until next time, peace.